It was early morning on the island of Sodor as Henry was pulling a goods train to the other railway. Percy was on it too. However, he needed to be repaired and Henry was just taking them to the works. Henry found this a great joke and started to tease Percy as they went along the way.
Well, little Percy, you really know how to make us big engines laugh.
Percy said nothing as the two continued along their way. Percy just hoped he would be fixed and repainted in his nice green paint. Of course, Henry knew something Percy didn't, but wanted him to find out on his own. As they pulled into the works, a workman was waiting for them. As he went up the flatbed, uncoupled it, and Henry pulled up and pushed Percy into the works. As Percy was getting settled, he looked towards two blue paint cans, but didn't see any green. When the workman came up, he asked him about it.
Where's the green paint? I've always been green.
Sorry, Percy, we're out of green. Henry used the last of it yesterday.
Henry backed up laughing as he looked over and spoke to Percy.
Have fun, little Percy.
Percy could do or say nothing as he watched him puff away as he was loaded off the flatbed and was prepped for painting. The paint job took a few hours, but once it was done, he looked just like Thomas and Edward in a light blue paint.
This is not my color.
Percy complained, but then his driver came up to him.
Nonsense, you look fine. Now come on, we have trucks to collect from a quarry.
Percy was steamed up, and against his own wishes, his driver pulled him out of the works and started heading back towards Wellsworth. Along the way, they saw James, and James couldn't help but laugh and tease the little blue engine.
Hey Thomas, where are you going in such a hurry?
His driver told him to ignore James as they went over the viaduct approaching Gordon's Hill. Gordon saw him and started to
Look
tease
at this
him.
little blue butterfly flying down the line.
They were switched off the main line and started to head down the branch line as Percy just looked back across as he could do nothing. When they got to the quarry, Percy was expecting to see Mavis or Thomas, but it was empty. He happily went up to couple up to his trucks. The trucks almost didn't recognize him as he was coupled up and pulled off from the quarry. As they went down the line, Percy said to himself,
I hope we don't see anyone else till tonight when I can get repainted.
Not too far behind though, Thomas was pulling his usual passenger run to Knapford. He thought everything would be smooth, but that day a new signalman had been hired and was told to switch a blue engine to Knapford. So Percy was sent towards Knapford, and he switched the points to set Thomas towards Elsbridge Harbour. The first of the two of them to notice this was Thomas as he pulled into the harbour confused.
How did the signalman mistaken me for Percy?
Meanwhile, as Percy was puffing down the line, he said something that confused his driver.
Why do I see Knapford in the distance?
By the time his driver realized what had happened, they already puffed into one of the platforms as one of the workmen told him to go away to be repainted.
You have caused confusion.
As Thomas came home, he looked over into the shed and saw something that made him laugh.
Well, this explains the mix-up.
Percy heard a familiar whistle as Thomas puffed up next to him to talk to his friend.
From now on, let's not try to boast like a certain red engine.
I agree.
The two talked for the rest of the night as Percy was repainted.